Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy RAYEZY, and I'm back with another one, man, making it look easy because easy does it. Guys, if you're new here, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Alright, now let's get into this video. Make sure you follow me on IG at @Ray_Easy. Guys, today I'm gonna be reacting to top 10 kids reacting to life sentences. Alright, let's see how they take it. They know what they did, right? So you do the crime, you do the time, basically. Alright, so let's just get into this video, guys, and see how it goes.
Everyone, it's Shrinking here. In today's video, we're going to be going through the top 10 kids reacting to life sentences. And I wish I could give you your songs back. Why did you do it? What? Well, you got 3 teenagers, including a 17-year-old girl, who were being read their charges. And I don't think this girl understood the implications of some of the things that she did and what charges you could get for them. So when she was being read these charges, it's like things completely set in about how absolutely screwed she was.
You have 3 warrants for armed robbery and 1 warrant for felony murder.
And apparently shocked, Fernetta Torres threw glares at her 2 co-defendants, Nick.
Yo, you see her face? She like, huh? Did I do that? I didn't do that.
Evans and Khalil Miller, before the magnitude of her situation seemed to settle in.
Those are the charges that are pending right now.
Over to Shania, this one makes me...
So she shaking her head like, y'all lying on me. It's not even funny, but I'm just saying that, like, come on, you gotta understand. If you're gonna do the crime and you get caught, come on. You can't try to act like you're lying and all that.
Really mad. I mean, this guy, he is the absolute definition of pure human scum. There's no better way to put it. He and a couple of his friends, his buddies,
anybody in
went
Fortnite
and broke
who wanna
into
play
his house. It had an 81-year-old woman inside of it. She was just cooking dinner, minding her own business, enjoying her life, and these teenagers basically just offed her because they wanted to steal some stuff. And then when they got to court, one of them, this guy, he just didn't care the entire time. He thought it was a game. He was literally laughing, yawning, and on top of that, sleeping during this whole court process. What? I mean, he showed absolutely no remorse. It was ridiculous. It's not really a surprise, but I'm happy that it happened. But they ended up getting sentenced to life in prison without the chance of parole.
With a chuckle, a laugh, and yawn after yawn, David Moses acted strangely at his sentencing.
Hold on, he's sleeping? Yo, boy is not playing. He's sleeping in the courtroom. Oh, I don't know.
This morning.
You know what's funny too? They probably gonna give him more time for that too, just for sleeping and not paying attention, because they're basically acting like you don't care. That's just how the system is.
Appearing to fall asleep in his chair, not once, but twice.
It gave me the impression that he thought this was a game. There was just no expression of remorse whatsoever for his actions.
See what I said? They're probably gonna give him more time just for that, because he's not taking it seriously. And they're gonna say he just don't care what he did. Damn, bro.
Who's facing 30 years to life in prison. He actually killed 2 brothers. I'm not exactly sure why, but when he was walking into the courtroom, he was actually smiling. He wasn't exactly laughing, but he certainly didn't seem very remorseful. Even the mother of these 2 brothers was very angry about that.
Damn. Oh, he killed 2 brothers. Wow. Yo. I'll be pissed.
But when he was crying and telling like his little story about why he shouldn't get a harsher sentence or something like that, trying to cut the years down, he was crying like an absolute baby. And a lot of people who watched this thought this was clearly a dude who didn't really care that he had done what he had done. But now he's very upset about the fact that he's facing, you know, life in prison.
Of course, no, because
friend shared
that's
a
crazy.
Heartbreaking message as a teenager who killed 2 brothers is sentenced to more than 30 years in prison.
Hurting the victim's family. I never went there with that intention of hurting them. And I wish I could give you your sons back.
In a spot, you've got a teenage boy who stabbed
Yeah, he's
another
crying
teenager.
like a baby. He's crying like a baby, son. Damn. Sometimes I'll be wondering though, like, do they know what the hell they be doing, son? Like, do they be high? Like, somebody be gassing them up? crazy.
Girl in Colorado, and for some other reason, on top of that, he actually tried to kill this girl's younger sister as well, but was unsuccessful in doing so, and she ended up speaking in court. But this teenager, he ended up really breaking down when his own mother spoke about how she didn't know just where or when something went wrong with him, but clearly he was messed up, and she was basically, really apologizing to the family. And you could tell that she was really sad about it. But this boy ended up facing life in prison, which he rightfully deserves.
And he was a sweet and gentle child. Yes, he was. We've heard that from everybody. And then something broke. What that something was, I can't say.
Oh,
but
man.
My God, it broke. If I could put myself in her position, I would. I swear. She didn't deserve to die.
Opening for 6, this one's pretty twisted. This involves a 17-year-old boy, and his grandfather had just moved in with him, his dad, and that kind of stuff, into their house. And apparently this grandfather was an alcoholic, so some serious problems started between him and the grandfather. There was just a bunch of tension and issues that arose inside of this household afterwards, and things continued to escalate until one night, this 17-year-old actually killed his own grandfather, and he did this with a hatchet. Definitely a really gruesome way to do it, but I will say, though, that unlike a lot of these other cases, this is one of the...
He killed his grandfather? Come on, son.
Those where the kid did actually show quite a bit of what I think is actual remorse afterwards, so he's not just some plain sociopath comparatively. But obviously he ended up getting life in prison for what he did.
Martin attacked his grandfather, hitting him 15 times over the head. The gory crime scene causing him to ask aloud in front of one of the deputies, "What did I just do?" The defense, however, arguing his client did not have a normal upbringing, functioning as an adult when he should have been treated like a child.
I do remember 5.
I just spit it, guys, but yo, look at him, how he's drinking the water. Damn, he can't even focus.
This has got to be one of the most messed up ones on this entire list, just because of the scope of the crime. But this involves a guy named Nehemiah Griego. I said his name wrong, I'm sorry, but he was 15 years old when he killed not only both of his parents, but 3 of his younger siblings. Apparently he did have another sister as well who was older. She was not there at the time, but she was there in court during his hearing and while he was being charged and that kind of stuff and while he was speaking. And he talked about how he wished that his uncle was his dad and said a bunch of other really messed up stuff that really just set off his sister.
Imagine if his other sister was there. He would have probably killed her too.
I mean, she cried so much that she actually had to leave the courtroom. And it's just a really messed up situation and story altogether.
I am sorry for taking our parents and our sins. I wish I could take it back, but reality is that we can't. You're basically being a second father to me. You're the father I wish I had.
You can hear his sister start crying in the courtroom. You can hear her storm out of the courtroom in tears.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct, but...
Guys, sorry, I don't know what happened, but my camera cut off, so let's get back into it.
This one is really messed up. It's not as crazy when it comes to the scope as the last one, but the reason for doing so is definitely one of the craziest on this list. This Missouri teen, she got sentenced to life in prison for killing this girl. She's only 9 years old. It was apparently one of her neighbors, and the reason that she did it was super chilling. It's actually kind of terrifying. She killed this 9-year-old all because she wanted to know what it felt like to kill someone. So this girl is literally a psychopath.
Prosecutors cited a diary.
So she killed a fucking baby? She killed a baby? Just, oh, you...
Bustamante wrote, "I don't know how to feel, ATM. It was amazing. As soon as you get over the, oh my god, I can't do this feeling, it's pretty enjoyable." Bustamante was 15 when she confessed to strangling Elizabeth Olden, repeatedly stabbing her in the chest and slicing the girl's throat. In court for sentencing Wednesday, Bustamante offered an apology to Olden's family. She said, "If I could give my life to bring her back, I would. I'm sorry."
Moving through, we've got another messed up one. This one involves T.J. Lang. This guy, he actually killed 3 students at his school, and this is him at the sentencing, and he showed absolutely no remorse whatsoever. I mean, this guy is just an awful person all around, altogether. He actually wore a t-shirt that said killer on it, which was basically just to mock all the families of the people.
Yo, that's
and then on
crazy.
top of that, when they were speaking, he was speaking, he actually flipped them off, as if it wouldn't be bad enough to deal with, you know, losing a child.
As soon as TJ Lane walked in, he was executing his plan, taking off his button-down shirt to reveal this. A white t-shirt with the word killer scribbled on it, showing it off with a smug smile on his face. He wore one like it the day of the shootings. Parents of the victims called Lane a monster, a pathetic excuse for a human being, and wished him a slow, torturous death. Why? Why did you do it? Why? Throughout their statements, Lane just smiled, then at one point even raised his middle finger to victims' families.
Damn.
And his statement to the court?
Oh, it's vicious.
Just too vulgar to say.
Moving up to 2, finally we have a little bit more of a light-hearted one. This one's not going to be quite as depressing, I guess you could say, but this involves a teenager. He's 19 years old, but he is charged with a first-degree felony, which basically means, at least in this specific case scenario, he is facing 5 years to life in prison. But the reason for this is actually kind of crazy. Apparently he had some pot brownies, and because of some of the stuff that was in it,
he got high.
and some specific laws in his state, he's facing, like I said, 5 years to life in prison for pot brownies, which is kind of actually infuriating, because quite frankly, it's not that big of a deal. And a lot of people were outraged, and I think this ended up getting sorted out, but ridiculous that this was a scenario in the first.
Mixed in hash oil. Under Texas law, that THC oil can be treated like a far more serious narcotic, ecstasy. What's more, because a few drops of oil were cooked in, police weighed the entire brownie batch, sugar, flour, butter, and charged him with possessing 1.5 pounds of drugs.
And finally, we're starting this video off with a...
See, that's the shit right there, son. These kids be taking drugs, and they don't know how to take it. They don't know how to use it. It's like they just messed themselves up.
Teenager who is facing 16 years to life in prison, and she actually ran over somebody on purpose. Apparently there's some boyfriend dispute going on or something, so she literally ran this dude over, from what I understand, and it was purely on purpose. It wasn't...
Alright, man, this is just craziness. I can't keep going. This is craziness, man. But these kids are definitely out of control. It's wild. Like, how you gonna do something and then act like you don't know that you did it? Cry, comment, show that you don't care. Come on, man, you clearly crazy. But the girl that said she killed because she wanted to know what it feels like, that's sick. And a 9-year-old, come on, man, that's a baby. Anyways, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Enjoyed my reaction to this video. Nothing about this video was not funny at all, so hope you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel just so we can grow together. You heard, because we're going to the top. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at @Ray_Easy. Alright guys, until next time, peace.